Hello everyone. My name is Brian Mulligan and I'm from the Centre for Online Learning in the Institute of Technology, Sligo, and I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you briefly here today. First of all, I'd like to just tell you, for those of you that may not be familiar with it, a little bit about IT Sligo or IT Sligo Online. We've been developing online distance learning courses since around 2000. Our first was launched in 2002. They've grown very rapidly. It's certainly very popular with part-time students online, very flexible and convenient. We now have about 1,300 online students, some of them from various other parts of the world as well. And we've done this without any funding, and we've been getting a lot of attention for what we're doing from the media, and also we've received a number of awards. The first one there being the Digital Media Awards. We also received the Taoiseach's Award for Public Service Excellence and the Engineers Ireland Award for Excellence in Education. So during that time, that's 12 years now we've been teaching online. We've had two very important observations. The first of these has been that part-time learners perform better than full-time learners. And my guess is that you in industry would probably say that's not unexpected, but we certainly had to ask ourselves why this was so. And there are various reasons why it's so, but one very clear reason is that they're situated in the workplace. When we explain some piece of theory or some piece of practice to these part-time learners, because they see the applicability of this, they tend to pick it up much faster. So our observation really is that campus-based learning is not as efficient as it could be. The other observation, and this is very important, is that online learning works. There isn't a problem with online learning. We've certainly found that it doesn't hold our students back. In fact, research from the US has shown that blended, which is a mix of online and face-to-face, is better than online slightly, and online is better than face-to-face. So research is bearing out our own experience in online learning. So that's the reasons why we want to find a better way to educate school leavers. We feel we found a better way to educate part-time learners. Can this be applied to school leavers? So we have a proposal for a work-based degree, and the idea is to recruit school leavers from the CAO. We might give them a very short induction in IT Sligo, just to get to know us here and to get to know the ropes, but it'd be very fast. So they would effectively start immediately or as soon as possible in the workplace. And they would take up unskilled work. It may well be unpaid, because this really is a significant effort of the employer to put them in positions and to supervise them. It wouldn't be a full working week. They might do 20 to 25 hours, but they would be required to, look and learn in the workplace and keep a work diary and learn, maybe not from doing things themselves, but from watching other people doing it. And there may be a little bit of structured work in there, that things that we require them to do in the workplace, maybe attend some meetings and things like that, and that they would keep in their work diary, and they would be given credit for that. But during that time they would start their online subjects as well. These would probably be in a lot of the underlying subjects like maths and science, mechanics, that they need for more advanced work. We would probably bring them to IT Sligo for a few weeks a year, maybe 2 weeks a year, or they may attend other places like the First Polymer Labs or whatever to do practical work. In the subsequent years, there would years 2 and 3 if it's an ordinary degree, or 4 if we were to go for an honours degree. There would be a gradual increase in the responsibilities at work, and these may well be these would have to be, some of this would be predefined. In other words, it would be part of the course and they would have to achieve certain outcomes, and there may well be some payment for it. Now, that's the proposal the starting proposal, as it were. It possibly could work out somewhat different than this. And some of you may recognize that this is not unlike what's recently been happening in the UK, called the higher apprenticeship model. The word apprentice, I'm not sure if we should put on this, because there may be some bias against the word apprentice in this country, even though most of us who have been in industry know that the apprenticeship method of learning is a very good method of learning. Okay, so, and in a way it's because that is more efficient, a better way of learning, that has motivated IT Sligo to push this idea. But there are two other actors in this. There's the employers and there are the students. So it needs to be attractive to both of those as well. So first of all, the students. Why would a student be attracted to learning like this? Well, we would argue that this is a better degree, and we would need to communicate that to them, and that they'll be more employable afterwards. And I think we can do that and make more students interested in doing this. There's also the possibility that they may be able to earn while they're in college. It's an expensive business going through college, and if they're able to earn some money while they're in college, that would make it more attractive to them. They may be able to live near their home and not necessarily come the whole way to Sligo to live at home for so long. And again, that will reduce their total cost of their learning and make it more attractive. Why would you be interested in the industry sector? Well, we think that if it's more attractive to, well, we feel you would get better graduates as well. We have constantly talked to employers about what they need from our graduates, and there is a constant problem with the generic skills of our raw graduates, their preparedness for the world of work. We certainly think we can improve it massively in that regard, and still keep up standards in their general technical skills. You would have more input into the curriculum, into the design of the course, and because if this is attractive to school leavers, it will attract more people into your industry. There will be a better supply of employees and, of course, as I said, better employees. So what would we need from maybe you to bring this forward? Well, this does need to be a joint effort. Well, firstly, we would, as we should with all our courses, we would like your advice on what should be in the curriculum. So we can design it to be slightly different from what we would normally do, and we would like your advice on this. But the most important one is we certainly need a commitment for employers to take on school leavers and put them in positions and to supervise them while they're there. We also believe that there may be relatively minor but serious bureaucratic issues with regards funding and other rules and regulations that could trip up an initiative like this, and we may need to put in special requests to government to find workarounds with these, and we think that your support in dealing with government and government agencies would be of great help in this. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for listening to me. I'd like to just invite you maybe to get in touch with me, or if you want me to come down and talk, if you're interested in exploring this further, and I hope to get a positive response from you. Thanks again. Bye now.